Among the greatest of all services that can possibly be rendered by man to God is the education and training of children. Educators who selflessly make this vital contribution are worthy of our praise. The Catholic Board of Education pays tribute to retiree Claudette A. Rolle for 42 years of exemplary service.
I have known Claudette Rolle for close to 40 years. I first met her when she was a teacher at one of our schools, and that was way back in the 90s. I've known her ever since then. And the capacity in which I've known her has been as an educator, as a classroom teacher, and also as an administrator, and also as working in the central administration of our school system as well. I first recall her teaching at Mary Star of the Sea as a teacher, but I know that she also spent some time temporarily at St. Thomas More here in Nassau. She served as a teacher in the primary section at Mary Star of the Sea. She later became the vice principal there. And then subsequently she moved on to become the principal of St. Cecilia's here in Nassau. It was from there that she ended up becoming the curriculum director for the entire system here in our school system here in Nassau, and covering the entire Bahamas.
I have known Claudette Durham Rolle for the past 42 years. And she had joined our staff as a new teacher in September of 1981. We had a situation at the school where we had need of a remedial reading teacher. And that is the capacity she filled in the beginning years. She literally had to master the art of teaching the subject, and then she became the reading teacher in the course of time. But then she decided in 1984, I guess she loved the subject so much, she went on and got a degree in it. And a lot of what she had to do was self-taught. It wasn't that she came into a program that was well established. And so I was extremely pleased with her. And as I reviewed a reference I gave her in July of 1984, I referenced the fact that she was extremely diligent, creative. As part of an administration from 85 until 93, she just was a part of all of the development that happened at the school. And and was such a great support. Apart from the reading program, a major contribution was her interest in the computer lab when we started it. And so we did that. And we had the first computer lab on the island. But Mrs. Rolle was a big part of that.
Claudette Rolle became our first lay director of education. In fact, with the title changed from superintendent of Catholic schools to director of Catholic education. In the post as director of Catholic education, and there are a number of things we can point to. Certainly, the digitization of the system took place during her time. We had some very, very important changes. I believe perhaps the most important thing was the actual right sizing of our system to make it strong, durable, and sustainable going into the future. But in addition to that, she is a specialist in curriculum. And so certainly the strengthening of the curriculum in academics as a whole, but also in things like technical and vocational as well. She likes to emphasize not so much STEM, but STEAM. In other words, science, technology, the arts, as well as math. And I think her achievement in terms of actually stressing that has been perhaps one of her greatest achievements.
She was curriculum director in the head office working with me. And so therefore, I knew and I realized that she had the skills and the relationship that we were looking for our Catholic schools. She had these qualities, and so therefore she would be the person who would continue the work that the sisters were doing before. And so as the first lay person, I thought that she had the knowledge of the teachings of the Catholic Church, the vision, the mission, the philosophy, and based on the gospel values. And I thought she would be the person to continue.
I have known Mrs. Rolle, from about the year 1985 as a teacher at Mary Star of the Sea School, a teacher of mine. What stands out about her for me and my fellow classmates, because I did kind of have conversations with a few of them, and we all remember that she was short in stature, but very, very mighty. She was a force to be reckoned with. Gentle and kind, but yet very stern and very sincere. She always wanted, not only for us, the students, the best for herself. And perseverance definitely exemplified in a major way, showing you where she came from as just a teacher to the head of the Catholic board. So it exemplifies drive, perseverance, and you know, when you want something, you definitely go after it. And she's shown us that.
She was a good listener. And she also she had the appearance of invitation, that is, inviting people to listen to her, to be with her. Her personality was that of a warm, welcoming person. And so I think that helped her a lot as the director.
On the outside, Miss Rolle, she seems like a no-nonsense kind of person, but on the inside, she has a soft spot. Once you get to know her, you'll realize she's warm and welcoming. She calls me Lovey, and it makes me feel so special. Apart from her niceness, she's very encouraging and inspirational. I would definitely say that she has inspired me to do a lot of things that I didn't want to try before, or I was too scared to do. So I think she is a huge inspiration for me.
Beyond academics and skill, Mrs. Rolle's tremendous faith contributed immeasurably to her success.
Not only is she a fantastic educator, but she's also a woman of very, very deep and mature faith as well. And I think that played a huge part in knitting together all the disparate aspects of her personality and her talents, which she brought to bear in her role as Director of Catholic Education and made her such a success in the role.
Her faith has always been so strong. She is truly Catholic in every sense of the word. As far as the youth ministry, when she was young, she was a major part of that. Tech, all of the programs that they offer, she's always been a part of it. She is truly, truly a Catholic at heart and very involved, very, very involved always. So that makes her job easier because she understands people. She is kind yet firm. She is a stickler for professionalism, but she is still able to direct persons in how to be professional. She is truly a role model, and she's always been.
We who value education salute Claudette Rolle, a model of excellence rooted in communication, listening, collaboration, adaptability, empathy, and patience.
I want to wish her all the best that life has to offer. She's given her whole heart and her soul into education, and I think it's only fitting that she deserves to enjoy, the rest of her days. Though she doesn't look old enough to retire, nevertheless, I just want to wish her all the best that life has to offer at this point.
Do whatever it is you want to do. This is your time. God has granted it to you, and you have earned it. You've worked hard, and you have earned it, and enjoy every moment, but always remember it's a gift from God. This time is a gift from God, and you must enjoy it.
Most of all, I wish her the very, very best as she moves to the next chapter of her life. She's still a relatively young woman. She still has some good years ahead of her, and I wish her to have very, very happy years going forward.
You've done excellent. Happy retirement.